The club will leave it up to the new head coach to make the decision whether we keep Gareth Bale for a second season on loan from Real Madrid. Spurs are still tracking Norwich City right-back Max Aarons. The Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust have refused to meet Chairman Daniel Levy, preferring to submit a 6-point plan for the future of the club to owner Joe Lewis. Eric Dier has stated that criticism of him has been unfair. Tottenham midfielder Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg is still emotional about the Carabao Cup final defeat against Manchester City and says that the club need trophies, and Tottenham will still pay Jose Mourinho double what Roma do next season. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of May. I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from the last 24 hours. And if you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Despite all of the reports about Jose Mourinho taking over at AS Roma, saving Tottenham Hotspur millions of pounds in compensation, well, a report has just come out from the Metro newspaper, and it states that Jose Mourinho will earn £15 million next season as Roma manager, but Tottenham Hotspur will have to pay £10 million of that to their former manager. The Portuguese boss was sacked by Spurs last month and has been swift in picking up a new role, being handed the Roma job in Serie A. Jose Mourinho signed a 3-year deal in the Italian capital, but the first of those 3 years will be more lucrative than the next 2. The Metro newspaper are then stating, with a year left on his contract in North London when he was dismissed, his contract stated that Tottenham Hotspur will pay out his deal if he didn't get a new job, or make up the shortfall if his new employer was paying him less. The Sun newspaper are reporting as well that Roma agreed a deal to pay the 58-year-old £5 million a year, meaning Spurs would have to fork out £10 million just to watch him manage another club. The fact Jose Mourinho's taken a new job actually saves Tottenham some cash, as they would have been paying him the full £15 million next season if he hadn't been given more work. A report was published yesterday afternoon by Sky Sports, and they are stating that Spurs fans want to see Lewis after rejecting Daniel Levy meeting. Tottenham said to be disappointed after Supporters Trust rejected a meeting with Chairman Daniel Levy and Executive Board, preferring to submit a 6-point plan for the future of the club to the owner, Joe Lewis. This report from Sky Sports then goes on to say that Tottenham fans want to outline a 6-point plan for the club's future to owner Joe Lewis after rejecting the offer to meet Daniel Levy and his board of directors. Spurs are understood to be disappointed after the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust declined Daniel Levy's offer of a meeting following the aborted European Super League plans, which saw the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust call for the entire executive board to resign. The Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust insisted on Tuesday that they want to meet the club's owners Enquiries Group, which is owned by Bahamas-based British billionaire Joe Lewis, to discuss plans for fan representation in the club's off-field decision-making. The 6 points of the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust plan are: number 1, put distance between the club and the decision to break away by replacing the current executive board. Number 2, the owners to make a public commitment that any costs or fines incurred by the European Super League will be paid directly by the owners and not be drawn from club funds. Number 3, create a new club board that includes independent directors whose sole purpose is to protect and promote the interests of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club as a football club, not its shareholders or owners. Number 4, proactively and positively engage with the government's fan-led review to rebalance the current ownership structure in favour of supporters. Number 5, commit to full prior consultation with supporters on key non-playing coaching decisions and to introduce a system that requires the consent of supporters for those key decisions. And lastly, number 6, commit to the creation of a share ownership structure that broadens ownership of the club and could potentially provide an injection of cash. In a statement released by the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, it said, while we are continuing to work with the club staff to ensure fans' interests are taken into account on such issues as ticketing and the return of supporters to grounds, there have been no communication with the club's board. The statement then goes on to say that part owner Daniel Levy has offered a full board-to-board meeting, but we have made it clear that business as usual is not an option. We want to meet with the club's owners and to clearly establish the basis for any meeting before it takes place. A report has been published by the Football Insider and they are stating that Tottenham Hotspur rejected the chance to sign Jack Clarke for £300,000, 2 years, before paying Leeds United £13 million for him. Spurs were keeping tabs on the United Academy product for a number of years before finalising the deal in July 2019. A report has been published in the last 24 hours from Sports Mole and they are stating that Tottenham Hotspur have reportedly made an approach to Norwich City over their fullback Max Aarons amid speculation over the youngster's future. It then states that Spurs have registered their interest in Aarons before now, but they continue to pursue the youngster as they make a right-back a priority position to fill this summer. It then goes on to say that the Football Insider reports that the East Anglian side are willing to let Aarons leave if their £30 million price tag is reached and a gentleman's agreement may force Norwich to sell Max Aarons. An announcement was made by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club yesterday afternoon and they are stating that British Sign Language stadium tours are now available. During Deaf Awareness Week, the club is proud to introduce British Sign Language stadium tours as part of its ongoing commitment towards making all facilities and visitor attractions fully inclusive. A report has been published by the Daily Express and they are stating that Spurs chief Daniel Levy has already negotiated Gareth Bale clause for next manager. Gareth Bale is coming to the end of his Tottenham loan spell, but he could yet stay in North London. The report then states that Daniel Levy is said to have already negotiated the chance to keep Gareth Bale at the club on loan for a second season. The Welshman has had a mixed return to his former club, having shown huge glimpses of his star quality in patches, including on Sunday evening against Sheffield United when he hit a hat-trick. Also, according to the Daily Mail, Spurs negotiated the right to extend Gareth Bale's loan for a second season on the same financial terms when agreeing the deal last summer. It means whoever takes charge of Tottenham Hotspur will have the chance to keep him for next season as part of the squad. A report has been published by the Daily Mail and they are stating that Eric Dier has hit back at criticism of his form, claiming he has been a victim of an unfair narrative this season, with his mistakes amplified and blamed for Tottenham's failings. It then states he did not mention Jose Mourinho by name, but the former Spurs boss was clearly on Eric Dier's mind as he reflected on a campaign that promised so much and has fizzled into disappointment. Eric Dier is quoted in saying, "At times I feel like it's been a bit unfair. Sometimes I've made a mistake or something has led to a goal and one mistake is talked about like it's 4 or 5. I felt that at times, just the narrative I see that is painted of me." Dier then continued, "It doesn't really bother me too much. It's football. I just need to worry about myself and keep trying to do better. I'm my own biggest critic and I know where I can improve and I know when I can improve. As defenders, you're always going to make mistakes at times and the most important thing is how you react to them. The fans have seen what I can do in glimpses, especially at the beginning of this season. I think that I had a very good first 6 months and then it dropped a little bit for a few games, but I feel like I've been back to a good place for a couple of months now." Tottenham midfielder Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg has been talking about the Carabao Cup final defeat on the 25th of April against Manchester City at Wembley Stadium, and about our lack of trophies in the last 13 years. Of course, the last trophy that Spurs won domestically was back in 2008 when we beat Chelsea in the League Cup. Well, he said, "I'm devastated and frustrated. I don't want to say too much and starting to make statements or analysis on the final, as I'm still emotional about the result. This club needs trophies." Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and well. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, come on you Spurs.